Hey, we all know Melo's gonna do everything he can to go off on us tonight. But we ain't gonna let that happen. You hear me? Let's shut Melo down and take that W.
And that tells us all we need to know about their priority going into this one. Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports and our State Farm starting lineups. Here's a look. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that Melo has never had a problem with, it's finding his own shot. And that's such a luxury to have late in games when the defense really tightens up. You can get him the ball, and he'll create something, either an open look, a drive to the hole, or get himself to the foul line.
And that isn't the end of it there either. I mean, even if you stick with Melo and get a hand in his face, a lot of times it doesn't faze him. You might as well not even bother the way he finishes with defenders in his grill. I mean, he's got excellent concentration shooting the ball.
We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers. And boy, can they stave off the sweep here if they can find a way to pull a win off. Dropping another one would really hit the confidence level.
Kevin, I kept waiting for them to get back into that game. It seemed like they were capable of it, but it just never happened.
Well, I didn't see it, Steve. I mean, you had much more faith in them than I did. I didn't think they were showing any signs of life. We were watching the same thing, but perceiving it differently.
And Shumpert kicks to Kidd. No luck. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
As a team in that game, they shot the ball incredibly well, and that was the number one reason they came out on top.
And it was no fluke. I mean, they were as in sync as you could hope for, really working hard and creating quality shots, and they did it time and time again.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
3 seconds on the shot clock. 3.
We're about 1 minute into the first. The shot's good from Bynum.
Well, the one weakness for Amari Stoudemire during his career is just his defensive intensity. Never been overly engaged. I think he's made some improvement the last few years, and he will block some shots. But he's a guy who's really more focused at the offensive end.
Bynum no good on the free throw. And for Stoudemire, you couldn't ask for a better pairing than playing with a center like Tyson Chandler.
Well, Chandler is a terrific defensive player and shot blocker. He picks up some of that slack to allow Amari to be able to focus on scoring the ball.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
And Doris Burke spoke with Doug Collins. Doris?
I talked to him about plans he had coming into this game, and the one thing he told me was that he wanted to make sure it didn't come down to the wire, saying with guys like Melo and Amari, I don't want the ball in their hands with a chance to win it at the end. We need to get out ahead early and never let them back in it. We'll see if they're able to avoid a close finish, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Shumpert. Hits it. Well done on the second effort. Shumpert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Holiday off a pick from Bynum. Shot off the pick. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. 3-on-3. Anthony dishes to Stoudemire. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Doug Collins, such a great coach, really has changed the foundation here in Philadelphia and also worked in the broadcasting business for many, many years. But that coaching bug has always been inside of him. Nice to see him go back to Philadelphia, the team that he played for in his career.
Here's the captain. And the shot is good. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Kidd kicks to Stoudemire. Back to Kidd. There's the dish to Melo. Outside Kidd. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And Coach Collins always prepared in the commentary booth and certainly very detail-minded as a head coach. It shows there's been very little separation, having worked with him for 7 years as a broadcaster. I can tell you the same attention to detail was there on the air as it is on the sideline.
Yeah, no question. He's a demanding guy no matter what the forum is. He sweats out the details, and sometimes coaches like that can wear out their welcome with players, and I think that's the big question with Doug. He's so intense. How long can he stay positive and stay comfortable in his role? He's kind of burned himself out in the past a few times, but I think as he's gotten older, he's mellowed some. He seems to be really enjoying himself in Philadelphia, and I hope that he can have a long run here. Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
On the wing, Jason Richardson. Here's the captain. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Raptors in Toronto.
Well, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game. I thought that was what won it for them more than anything else.
Well, that was the one area they knew they could exploit in the matchup, and boy, did they ever exploit it.
6 to shoot. Kidd attacking. Cannot hit. Some solid D here from Bynum.
Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
There have not been a lot of years where the 76ers have missed out on the playoffs, Kevin. I mean, overall, the franchise has done a really good job of keeping the down years to a minimum and having a shot at the title in a number of those seasons.
Kidd passes to Stoudemire. The shot is off. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. The shot by Holiday, no good. New York trailing. Well, back to what you were saying about the 76ers, Clark. Even with all the coaching changes they've had in the last decade and a half, they've always been, it seems like, in the mix somewhere, somehow, and especially now with Doug Collins. Steve, we know a lot about him, don't we?
Yeah, one of the best coaches in the league. Great broadcaster, but an even better coach, I think. And he really turned that team around, turned that franchise around. And the question now is, can they get to the next step?
Now here's Kidd, looking for his first bucket of the game.
Shooting-wise, he's having a tough quarter. I mean, he just seems to have gone cold, can't find the basket.
Here's the captain. That's good from 17 feet away.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Knicks trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Shumpert. He squares up and sinks it. Shumpert's got 6 points. The 76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's the captain. There's the 3. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Stoudemire's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Kidd kicks to Shumpert. Back to Kidd. New York needs to get off a shot. He nails it, and we're tied up. 8 points for him.
What a fantastic shooting display. He's finding the net every time this quarter.
A different look for New York. Spates checked in for Chandler. Brewer comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Felton in for Jason Kidd. Then for the 76ers, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Bynum. Moultrie comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Nick Young is subbed in for Jason Richardson. Here's the captain. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Knicks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Young against Felton. Anthony shoots over Moultrie. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Here's Kidd, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Kicks it to Nova. Tipped away. Now the 76ers on the break. Richardson's running, and it's blocked by Kidd. Count that one. Knicks trailed by 3. He dishes it to Novak. Dishes it to Chandler. Bynum on it. Charity stripe shot. Can't hit. And Philadelphia the other way now.
This has been a strong statement by them, the way they've come out and attacked the glass early.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. I love the physical play, the fact that they're taking the game right to their opponents.
New York's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's Kidd with the drive. Back to Stoudemire, and that is good. Stoudemire's got 6 points.
You know, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up, most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kidd dishes to Smith. That puts them in the lead. He has 5.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Here's the captain. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he really competed defensively, too, Kevin. 3 steals.
And it's in!
That's got to feel good. Ending the quarter on a positive note.
Yeah, you would know that feeling well, my friend, wouldn't you?
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers on top, up by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.